Well, a two-day strike in Indian-controlled Kashmir has once again paralyzed the disputed Himalayan region. The strike shut down businesses, schools, and banks in the main city of Srinagar and other towns. The stoppage was called by pro-independence groups opposed to India's rule. The strike coincided with wage-related walkout by government employees. Kashmir's chief minister has complained that an entire generation of Kashmiris were denied a proper education because of constant shutdowns. Both Pakistan and India claim Kashmir as a part of their territory. The two countries have fought 3 wars over the region since 1947. Now, to get a better understanding, we're joined by our Press TV correspondent Shahana Butt on the phones. Shahana, tell us about the situation in Kashmir.
Amir, actually, the shutdown seems like it's the outcome of what we call frustration, because the government hasn't been able to fulfill the promises that it has made before the Eid, actually, the Muslim festival. That's 1,200 detainees, or those who participated in the anti-India protests during last year's riots, will be granted amnesty and their cases will be reviewed again. But it seems that the promise has once again turned false, and pro-independence groups are taking for people in full confidence that the government is not coming up to the expectations of people, that many youngsters have been arrested during the last year's riots and haven't been released yet. And even this year, some of the youngsters who participated in anti-government rallies and turns over the government forces have not yet been released. So these strikes are just to show the international community, the people around and others, that government is not fulfilling its promises, despite the peace has at least retained in the valley this year.
Well, Shahana, the two-day strike in Indian-controlled Kashmir, could the people continue the strike longer?
I guess, Amir, actually, whenever pro-independence leader like Saif Ali Gilani, because he's a top pro-independence leader of Kashmir, people usually follow his strike calls because of the reason that he is most renowned in the valley and people follow him because he has been on a stand which is like the independence and freedom for Kashmir. And people believe that his stand is appropriate. And what he says that he has given already 5-point formula in resolution of Kashmir, that means like India must release political detainees. India must also revoke the draconian laws like Armed Forces Special Powers Act, Public Safety Act, or Disturbed Areas Act. And the army or the security forces must leave Kashmir, and he has also said that India must accept Kashmir as a dispute. So most of the times people have been seen following the strike, and today also this strike seems successful because every other thing like private businesses and government offices are completely closed. And of course there is also a 3-day pen-down strike by the government employees because they're also demanding the increase in the age of retirement. So the two strikes side by side, but seems the strike called by pro-independence leader is much valid compared to the pen-down strike called by the government employees. Amir.
Very well. Shahana Butt, our Press TV correspondent, joining us from Srinagar, giving us the latest with Indian-controlled Kashmir, the two-day strike.